What's going on, everybody? Dadbot Season here. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, today is a video about the C8 that is causing, well, one, it's just bad, right? It's bad to hear this about the C8, and it's causing a lot of questions are being answered, but then it also is raising questions about the ZO6, and the questions aren't the good ones, okay? So let's talk about it. So the C8 Stingray model has a Tremec 8-speed dual clutch transmission. To be precise, it is the TR9080, 9080, TR-9080 transmission in it. Now it is dual clutch, which means it's got two clutches, hence the dual. And basically how it works is one clutch operates odds, one clutch operates evens. So when it goes a shift, instead of going from 1 to over to 2, it's like this. So 1 is it's on, and it alternates like that, faster, right? So it makes it that lightning fast that everybody loves. And what all other supercars and stuff like that use. The bad part right now is GM, well, mainly the customers, are having an awful time with the transmissions right now. And it, not because like, oh, they just blow, whatever, but they lock the car, like they basically shut down the car, okay? So there's people that have been reporting, now granted, take it for what you will. At first, when I was seeing this stuff, you were seeing it on Facebook, on the Corvette forums, stuff like that, places like that. But now it's getting more serious. At first, it started out with people saying, oh, well, you know, I lost my even set of gears, so I can only go 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever. But then you had people say, oh, well, now I lost my odd set of gears, so I can only go 2, 4, 6. Catch what I'm saying? And that was weird, but everyone was like, oh, you know, it's just, it could be transmission fluid, could be whatever, blah, 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 blah. Only a few people really were. So now it's going into another section, right? So now people are reporting that they can't get it to shift into gear at all. They can't get it out of neutral. And then people are saying once you get it out of neutral, you can't get it back in to then put the car in park. Well, it goes to neutral when you put it in park. But they cannot get it to go. You can't get it to go into neutral. Well, now we got a serious situation because you can't shut the car off while it's in gear. See what I mean? So now it's like, all right, what's going on? And then now you're getting codes getting thrown up. You're getting all this different stuff. And it'll just get like stuck in a gear. Like, oh, it's in third. It is what it is. I can't shift up. I can't shift down. I can't get out of it. It's stuck in third. Now, granted, you like I said earlier, you take everything with a grain of salt when it's on the forums, because you never know. Not saying you don't trust people that own these cars, because like me, I report everything to you guys, and I have a pretty credible history with you guys, so you guys can trust me on it. But a lot of people go on like the forums, and they don't put their face out there, they don't do any of that, and they just say, oh yeah, I had all this problem with my Corvette, and they might not ever own one. They might know nothing about it, they might just be trying to bash. Hence, everybody calls them trolls. But now it's getting even to the next level that no one wanted it to go to, because GM officially launched an investigation on it. That means that, like, hey, it wasn't just a handful, wasn't just 1,000 out of the 30,000 or whatever. It's getting to be a major issue, which sucks. Which really sucks. And GM, when they put in their investigation, so they submitted all their paperwork, stuff like that, they put on there debris in the transmission causing the issue, right? So basically what it is the park position sensor is what they said, okay? Debris in the transmission affects the park position sensor magnet, and it causes the incorrect reading to the transmission control module. So that's why they're saying you're getting codes getting thrown up randomly. You're getting it's saying like, oh, well, it's stuck in this gear because it's saying like the TCM's not working right. But they're saying it's because there's debris in the transmission, which is like that's a major thing, to bring in the transmission, especially on a car of this caliber. Like, you're paying a lot of money for this, so you really can't have that. And now you also have like the age-old fight of, well, GM recommends it get changed at 7,500 miles. Then you have people that say, oh, I only change it after the first 1,000 or 2,000 or 500 or whatever they want to change it at, because it's better that way. But technically, you should be following GM because they should know more than us. Catch what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know how it's all going, but GM is saying when you do bring your car in for that transmission service, they are asking the technicians now to take out the old filter and box it, but in a plastic container, so they seal it all up, and send it to GM engineers so they can understand what's going on and they can look at it and see. And now, you see, like, that is the bigger side of the issue, right? Because now, like, you're talking about they want to see as many as possible, which is good, because that means they're going to try to be able to figure it out, and they're going to have more data to really hone in. They know it's not like, oh, it's just a batch between June and July. You know what I mean? They know it's going to be a thing, but that means recalls. And who knows, with all the shortages right now, how long it's going to take. So if you have one, I wish you the best. And when mine comes in, I'm really hoping that I don't have these issues. But it's something to be aware of. Either if you have one, you're thinking about buying one, or whatever, be aware of it. Now, people have said on the forums and stuff like that they fixed the transmission issue. That's kind of true. They fixed one of the issues, GM did. In 2021, they switched from a steel pan on the bottom to aluminum pan. And it supposedly fit better and sealed better. Gaskets, everything was great. So, yes, they fixed some of the issues, because people were saying like they had way different issues and stuff like that. And they were saying they were losing tranny fluid and all that. So, yes, that fixed that issue, but not all of it. So we're in this kind of limbo mode right now, or limp mode, I should say, right now, of what's going on. Now, why does that concern the Z06? Well, let's look at it. The Z06 transmission is also going to be from Tremec. Now, obviously, GM's providing their input. They're saying it's like a co-transmission, that they're, you know what I mean, they're working on it together, but still come from the same company. The Z06 makes more power. It makes 670 horsepower, which really has an effect on the trans, but what is the most important number on there is the foot-pounds of torque, or pound-feet of torque. So, I mean, we're really around the same. I think it's like 470 for the Stingray and 460, or something like that. It's around the same. So that's not the issue that much. But when you get a car, you don't want the transmission to already be at its max, right? Like, so for example, this car right here, my Supra. The transmission in this car is supposed to be able to handle 600 to 650 pound-feet of torque. This car is nowhere close to pushing that. With what I have done to it, with the catless downpipe, tune, stuff like that, I'm right at 500 pound-feet of torque. Right around that. I would say 450, 500. So, I mean, there's more wiggle room. And I went 100 wheel horsepower over stock. So, I mean, like, you catching my drift here? Something doesn't seem right. So, hopefully, this new Z06 transmission is going to be beefed up a lot more. The clutches are going to be way stronger, because the base Stingray's clutches, when you start adding power, even though you can't tune the car, but you can piggyback tune the car, that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down to. But when you do add the power, they see that they actually fail at around the same pound-feet of torque as this, 600 to 650 mark. That's when the clutches fail / slip and wear out fast. So, and that's the biggest problem. Like, we see all these people like going for the C8 records. They're trying to find clutches to work with this transmission that are beefed up enough to beefed up but also small enough to fit, but handle the power. That's the problem. And that's the thing is like aftermarket world, we're known for going after big power stuff, and we know what works better. So for GM, they're going to have to try to get some help, in my opinion, from the aftermarket world. But if the aftermarket world doesn't know what to do or can't figure it out quite, what a headache coming on. So, yeah. I hope you all that do have a C8, hope you enjoy it, hope you don't have any issues. I hope I don't have it when I get it. But I'm just saying, when you get your ZO6, if they keep the same transmission, don't be like, oh my gosh, it has issues. Because it's already having issues with the Stingray. It sucks. But I'm not saying don't get a Z06. I mean, if you want, you can go ahead and sell me your Z06 when it comes in and for MSRP. And yeah, I'll take on that battle for you. Cause I'm okay with it. But that's your warranty, right? That's your warranty at work. So drive the crap out of it till 30,000 miles or whatever your warranty is, unless you get the extended for 100 or whatever it is you decide to get. Hopefully it breaks in the first 30 if it's going to break. But with all that being said, the C8 is still a great car. Hopefully they get this fixed and they get it all sorted out. Hopefully they do a recall on it and it's not like massive, like you need a whole new trans put in. Hopefully it is a little bit of stuff on the sensor. You just need to flush it, or I don't think that's what it is. A lot of shops are doing it. But I'm just saying, not trying to be the Grinch here. Get it, holiday season. I hope it gets fixed soon for everyone. This was a little bit of a different video today, but we're waiting on more news to come out. I'm doing my best. I'm getting you the news as quick as possible. We're waiting on more news to come out, and it's slow right now. I'm really, I kind of took the week and a half-ish. The holidays are here. Not really diving in and researching like I normally do. I still research all this stuff. Don't get that twisted. But I'm trying to spend time with my family, which I'm sure probably a lot of you are too. So do enjoy it. I do believe when this video comes out that the next day, so tomorrow, will be New Year's Eve. I hope everyone has a great New Year's Eve. Let's hope 2022 is a way better year than 20 and 21 was. And I wish you all the best. But if you didn't like today's video, make sure you smash that like button. Definitely subscribe. Tell anyone and everyone you know to hop on the Dad Bod Season train. Join the Dad Bod Season family. And I will see you all next time. Dad Bod Season out.